Alright guys, time to talk about Arweave and Filecoin on the channel once again today. Now both of these coins are actually competitors basically of one another, so that's why I want to jump into both. Both are having fairly good days today. Arweave is up about 9.5%, 10% at the moment. 10.5% actually jumped up right now. Filecoin is actually up only about 7% at the moment. So anyways, let's jump right in, guys, to this. Now, Arweave, guys, I am just amazed at how this has come back all the way down to like $8.50, guys. This is just amazing. I picked up this coin around, I think, $4.08, and that was because I couldn't get money in fast enough. And that was actually back here, guys. Now we're looking at the weekly chart. It was basically in this candle here. And yeah, I picked it up and I'm really happy I did, guys, because, you know, I think Arweave is going to be a spectacular pickup. Now, take a look at the tokenomics of Arweave. Basically, there's 66 million tokens and pretty much all of this is out, guys. So you can't really dilute anymore. And again, it does say $3.39 here. Now, I have made a lot of Arweave free by staking. Keep that in mind. I have sold some of it that I've gotten for free. And yeah, anyways, you know, all-time high, guys, you are still 89% down in this project right now. So that's kind of what you want to look for. You want to look for good projects with low, max supplies, basically, and that have real potential, guys. So Arweave is one of these. Now, it is, you know, really struggling. The last 5 weeks have just been devastating for it. You know, and right now, I would like to see us get above about $10.86. That would be, you know, at least a small win in my book. Right now, it's trying to do that, but I don't know if it's going to do that by tomorrow. That's a full, more than a full dollar above us. So let's see. But hold the faith, guys. Arweave is one that can really fly and fly very fast. That is because of this low max supply. Now, if we take a quick look at Filecoin here, guys, Filecoin has been struggling worse than Arweave. Now, performance-wise, you know, Arweave is better, I think. If we look at the tokenomics, guys, basically you have a max supply of almost 2 billion here. Now, circulating, you don't actually have that much. You have 628, million circulating, but that is a lot more than the previous, bull run. So basically, we're probably never going to see $236. At least not this bull run. I don't know if they'll start to token burn or what, but all-time low, guys, was down at $2.64. Now, we are not that far off, unfortunately. And I believe this was the grayscale dump that happened about 2 years ago, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we are really, really close to that right now. However, we are getting a bounce off this 290 support, and it's supported us several times before, as you can see here, guys. So let's see how high this bounce can take us. There's no way we're going to make it up above $4.78 by tomorrow, but it would be nice. A small win for me would be just to have a green candle here. If we can get a green candle, I think that would be the first step, because we haven't had a green candle in like 5 weeks, guys. So that would be a nice win in my book. Now, if we I want to look at the RSI just for Filecoin here. I don't want to look at Arweave. Let's just jump into Filecoin since it's having a little bit, a rougher time. Yeah, weekly, very low here on the Stoke. It is pointed down the RSI, but it is, quite low. It does look like it is at a point where, will turn back around pretty much it comes down to this area around here before it turns back to the upside. So on the daily time frame, yeah, actually looking better. Oversold basically, and on both RSI and Stoke. So that is good to see, guys. I do think we're going to get a little bit of momentum there. 4-hour time frame, getting into the overbought range here on Stoke, but pointed to the upside and right in the middle, basically with the RSI. So that's okay. 1 hour overbought actually on Stoke, pointed to the upside on the RSI. So that's okay. 15-minute, just very low time frame, but actually just coming out of oversold on the Stoke and pointed down on the RSI. But just kind of going sideways here for a while. So, you know, actually not a while. This is only 15-minute time frame. But, okay, it is kind of flirting with the bought territory here. But anyways, guys, I would say long-term time frames like week and daily look pretty good. Actually, let's take a look at the month, by the way, too. Pointed kind of to the downside on the Stoke. Just flat, really, here on the RSI. So that's kind of odd. I've never really even seen something like so flat like this. But anyways, guys, weekly and daily look okay to me. Even the 4-hour could be still okay. So I still believe we're going to have a little bit of momentum here. Now, mainly in the short term, we might be a little bit overbought. So we might see a small pullback soon. And maybe we're starting to get that pullback because you're starting to see a red candle here. And it's just kind of going flat really now. It's not having a more parabolic run like this. It's kind of flattening out. So let's see. It may cool down just for a little bit. But yeah, I think it's going to continue. Now, taking a look at Bitcoin, guys, nothing is really happening here. We're, basically getting a barely red candle on the daily time frame. We are creating a small CME gap to the downside, which is better than creating it to the upside, I would say. But again, guys, we are struggling with this $97,000 line pretty much. And, let's see. That would be, if we can get above this by tomorrow night, that would be a win in my book. Although we would create a gap to the upside. So, yeah, that's the next point of resistance for us. And, you can also see the last several days we have hit this, 98,540 mark and gotten rejected too. Now, today we haven't even come close. It's Saturday. There's not going to be much volatility. Now, if we look at Ethereum, guys, basically we do have this inverse head and shoulders that could still, possibly play out, guys. I'm going to leave this here. Now, if we start to break below my little squiggly line here, then probably this is definitely out of play. But we do have this ugly wick, basically, which did go lower than the head, but it's only a wick. So that's why I'm still thinking that there is hope for Ethereum to get this inverse head and shoulders. Now, the target is up here at about 5,400. And I did measure this before on another PC of mine, and I think I measured it from around here because I considered, this being the neckline or whatever. But it doesn't matter. Let's just be conservative, and let's say 5,400, but possibly up to $6,000, depending where you measure the neckline. So, anyways, taking a look at the crypto market cap, guys, we do have this resistance here, pretty much holding us down for a few days now at least, and it is bumping up against this line again right now on the 4-hour time frame, and yeah, doesn't look like it wants to break it just yet. Now, if we look at the market cap excluding Bitcoin, it does look like we have broken this. So this is interesting to see. Now, this is mainly because the dominance is coming down, I believe. And we do kind of have an M pattern here, guys. And let's see, if we break below this little, I put a trend line here, but it's not a trend. But if we break below this line, then we've pretty much broken, down this little M pattern. So basically the target would be all the way down here at about 61, let's just say 0.15. And yeah, you'll see, you know, altcoins start to pick back up momentum once again. And for me, this could mean maybe a couple $1,000s in my bag, maybe personally, maybe 1,500 just by this breakdown, guys. So let's see what happens. There's still 2 hours on this, but it does appear, now this line isn't exactly 100% straight, but let's straighten this out a little bit. It does appear though, if I move this like this, zoom in a little bit more, yeah, it looks like it's going to break it, guys. So just have to wait and see. Still got a couple hours, and I'll check this back tomorrow and probably make a post or something in the morning before I go to fitness. Now let's take a look at the liquidation heat map, guys. Basically the shorts are mostly getting wrecked here, but others, you do have longs, and ETH longs are getting wrecked. So but pretty tame here, 118 million. So it's pretty much even both ways, just kind of, you know, chopping back and forth. Not really much action. It is Saturday, guys. Don't expect much. Now, as for the Bitcoin monthly returns, guys, still minus almost 6% here in February. But I do think we have kind of seen the worst here already. I think this is pretty much over. You know, I think Bitcoin is going to start turning back up to the upside. So let's see, guys. I don't believe we're going to have a negative month. I believe it's going to be positive, even if it's like 2023. Hey, that was positive. Now, altcoin season, you know, it just went from, I think, 39 to 41, so it's starting to tick back up a little bit, but this is quite low in my opinion. Although we did see a 41 back here, guys. When was this? Let's go. And that was, okay, January 8th. So exactly a month ago, you know, we saw a 41. So yeah, let's see. I mean, we did bounce up, and we got up to what, like a 61 here on 31st of January. So took about 3 weeks, but yeah, we got there. So let's see what happens now. Maybe this is our, you know, turn to the upside. Now, taking a look at the fear and greed, 44 today, 44 yesterday, same basically. Nothing has really changed. Now, if we take a look at the bull market peak indicators, 0 from 30 have still been hit, guys. It's still 100% hold. So if you're worried that the bull market is over, pretty much, you know, you can look at this chart and say no. If I go to the best indicator here, this Pi Cycle Top Indicator, you can see, guys, if you look, Pi Cycle Top Indicator, yeah, okay, it is starting to maybe curve more. Well, actually, if I zoom in, looks like it wants to curve down almost. Yeah, kind of going back and forth, kind of wavering a little bit, but this one is kind of going flat. Now it is maybe coming in a little bit here, but really hard to see, really hard to judge, but we have a long way to go, guys. Anyways, let's take a look at crypto bubbles. Looking better today. Almost everything is in the green. Just a few projects here are in the red. Surprisingly, you know, XDC, BGB, Ondo, you know, things like this are in the red. I have those. But yeah, I mean, about 95% today is green. Now, if you want to stake your coins, guys, I was looking for ApeCoin the other day. Go to Coinondo, type in, for example, Ape. You get all the deals. However, you don't want to lock up too long, guys. Yeah, I know this looks very good, but the bull run is probably going to finish before 360 days. So even 90 days, I would say, is long. I'm looking for 30 days or flexible, or less than 30 days, really. But anyways, you do what you want to do. Lock up your coins if you want for a year, 10 years, whatever, guys. If you want to keep ApeCoin, you think is going to be a great coin in the future, hey, why not? Anyways, if you like this video, guys, like, subscribe, activate the bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one.